Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Hazfans live stream. I'm back again, and I'm here with our friend Iz this time.
Hello.
There she is. I regret to inform you all that Doom has died.
No. What?
No, we're playing a bit of what do you call it? Stanley Parable today. Ultra Deluxe version with the HD remastery thing version of it. Iz hasn't played this at all, any version of it.
Nope.
You might have seen bits or pieces here or there of references to it or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of fresh stuff for you, which is going to be fun. I always like introducing friends to this game. Anyway, who do we got in chat? We got Ashley Leonard saying hello. Hi. Oh, you have a little crown on your thing. You're one of our. That means you're one of our top fans, Ashley Leonard. That's really cool.
Woo!
That's new. Congratulations on your little crown. Yeah, I suppose
Top
we'll just jump
fan.
into it. Obviously, the first question before booting up this game: have you played Stanley Parable before? We're obviously going to put no because we're here playing for Iz. Oh, actually, before we start the actual stream, I have a fun thing to show you that I got. It's a tiny little brick-built telephone that I have on my desk. It's very small. I got these. There were a load of these in Aldi actually the other day. I got a couple of them, like little tech things. I got this old TV, which I thought was cool. An old CRT, like one of those old 90s big wooden things. And then I also got this one, which is like a little IBM Mac 2 computer thing. Very retro looking.
Nice. I need to get to an Aldi. We should sponsor the stream.
I don't think Aldi would sponsor our streams. If they would, I would absolutely do that because I'd like promote their like summer cocktail mixes and shit like that because
Oh yeah, try the cocktails on stream.
Yeah, that'd be fun. No, we'll try approximations of them based in non-alcoholic substances. No, but you know what? Fuck it. We'll reach out to Aldi for the crack. I know the Blind Boycott podcast, which is a big Irish podcast. He got sponsored by Centro recently for doing something similar. But look, enough about that. Let's actually get back into the game. I just wanted to show you something cool that I got over the weekend. Have you played Stanley Parable before? We're going to click no. Please adjust the slider. Okay, can you see the little computer on the left?
Can.
Okay, perfect. The current time, it is
22:08 p.m.
Yeah, how do I do? Oh, there you go.
It's 08 now. Are we gonna wait until it turns 09?
I might just do that so it's as accurate as possible.
Yeah. Go.
Oh yeah,
go.
there we go.
Go.
Absolutely. Computer voice. I'm gonna make sure the settings are okay. I might turn down some volumes and such. Yeah, 60 seems to work. That'll be fine. Video, making sure. Okay, this is gonna be a full screen. Resolution. Make sure it's at the biggest we can get it. So that it looks nice. Alright, at the end of this thing, that's fine. All that rest of that's fine, I think. Can I go higher? I can. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, are you ready to begin the game?
I am ready.
We're gonna go fully off of Iz's choices for this, as it's our first time playing.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others
No
might have
weekends?
considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment
No.
that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly
Legal.
for this job. And Stanley...
This could be North Korea, you don't know.
And then one
Thanks.
day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk
The
for
wrong
nearly an hour
button.
when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
And we're going. Alright, what do we do first,
Ooh.
boss?
Can you pick anything up in the office? Is that something that
No,
can be
it's
done?
not really that kind of game. It's more just walking around.
Okay. Walk out the door.
Walk out the doors, right.
All of
Okay.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Hello,
Perhaps
Adley,
he had simply missed a memo.
in the chat. Don't forget you can join us more live than live in the Discord, link below. 18 over, obviously, but yeah, should be fine. What do we got over here? I just
Can you
work.
open doors or can you only walk?
You can open doors, but I don't think you can open certain doors. No.
Decoration doors.
Yeah, mostly.
That reminds me of Severance.
One doesn't have a number on it. Yeah, this came out like way before. Maybe Severance is based on this.
Mm. Just with like the hallways and the mundane tasks.
Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Will
Oh, I kind
now-
of want to go for the one on the right.
See, I'll say this first. We get to do like multiple
Mhm.
endings for this. So
Ooh, okay.
if you want to go right off the bat, that's fine. But if you want to just see what the intended ending is, it's all intended. But you know what I mean, like the initial ending is. We
Okay,
can do
we'll
that
do
also.
the nice
But
route.
okay, we'll do the following the rules route first for everyone to see, and then I'll let you do absolutely anything. How are you? Good or no?
I'll go
I'm
for the
doing good,
rails.
Adley. How's is doing?
I'm also good. I'm just melting, as it is very warm.
Yeah, I'll let me pull up the field of view a little bit. Because I'm on a curved monitor, so that's a bit better. Is that better for you as well, or is that
Curved
worse?
monitor.
The zoom in.
It's fine. I didn't really notice too much of a difference.
That's okay. $4.11. It's happening again.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Termination Tuesdays.
Termination Tuesdays. Oops. I can't
Okay.
follow the timetable because we don't know what day it is.
Get Chris out of the broom closet. Chris Brown, that's where he's been hiding.
The closet.
Ah,
Everyone is unique.
you most of all. Like that old Monty Python, the Holy Grail thing, or not the Holy Grail, Life of Brian, where he's telling the crowd, he's like, oh, there's a room closet. He's telling the,
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
he's telling the crowd not to like follow him as Messiah, and he's just like, you're all individuals, and they all just go, we're all individuals, and one guy in the back just goes, I'm not.
Stepping into his manager's
Reminds
office,
me of-
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
Whole
indication
ceiling.
of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was
Ooh.
being held from him? What he could not have known was that
Me.
the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth
Oh.
that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra
69420.
number, 2845. But of course,
Oh.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Thank you, Mr. Narrator Man.
Incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened
Ah,
to input the correct
it's dark.
code by sheer luck.
That's terrifying.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ooh, Truman Show. Okay. Button.
A lot of buttons in this game.
Ah.
Descending deeper
Can't
into
wait
the
to
book,
disobey the rules.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as
It's
though
like
he
the
felt
elevator in
longing to think for
Severance.
himself, to
Yeah.
question the nature of his job. Why did he
Ben
feel this
Stiller, you're a
way?
fucking hack.
For years, it had never occurred to him. This question would not
Crazy.
go unanswered for long.
Ow.
Stanley
Huh?
walked straight ahead through the large
Oh,
door that
graphics.
read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah.
I wonder what's in there. Ooh.
Escapade.
Ooh, I can't wait to go. It's an escapade. That's crazy. I can't wait to go down there. The next playthrough. Ooh. Button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret
Gonna be
did
mind
this
controlled?
place hold?
It's Big
Stanley
Brother.
asked himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, what are you doing here?
Where's Davina McCall? I'll throw it in this hole.
Oh, jump.
I actually can't jump. There's no jump button.
Lame.
A camera button.
Now the
Camera.
characters jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number
I
of
am the
an employee
people.
in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many
Ooh.
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them.
That's the boss's office on that one. I want to see what it changes to.
Nothing.
The boss is 492. Oh, we're 427. Where's our office? There we go. It's really our office.
Oh
Magical.
my god.
Oh, that one's fucked.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control? All
Probably
this
fired.
time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Mind control department, yeah.
Absolutely.
Name is Adla. You are beautiful. Oh my god! Thank you, Adla. We will go into the elevator in a second. And I know we're trying to follow the rules with this, but there is something fun that you can do if you just wait a second.
Mhm.
It won't affect the story at all. It's just a little fun thing for a sec. We gotta wait. There we go. Again, who knows if we'll get back to this point anyway, before we end up. So I just wanted to show you this. I don't like these lights. I like these lights.
Oh! What?
Secret mode!
Oh my god.
Okay, we can
Oh
go
my
now.
god.
He couldn't accept it. His
I think we're undercutting the moment a slightly bit.
Couldn't accept it.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his
Music's fading
entire
out.
life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh,
Let's shut down the
Oh.
system.
ding, 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 ding.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
He had won.
Oh.
He
Yes.
had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Oh my goodness.
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his
Like, what if you'd
co-workers
gone through the right door?
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
What if you'd gone to the
What other
escapade?
mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him
Ooh.
where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he
The
lives,
Truman Show
it will be
and Severance mixed
Yeah.
into one.
all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Ooh.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the
I have
feeling
no
of
control.
liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Or was he being mind controlled?
Well, that's the thing. When you follow the narration and do what you're told, you get a story about
And
rejecting mind control.
mm,
It's funny, little juxtaposition to start off with.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
I feel like
mean?
it's an unreliable
Stanley decided to
narrator,
go to the meeting
so
room.
I kind of want to do the
Perhaps his
opposite of
secret
everything he
dilemma.
says.
We can. Sorry, let me just adjust volumes a slight bit. We can absolutely just disobey absolutely everything now if you want to.
And see if he reacts.
I'm going completely off your own whims now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Where to, boss?
The right
Alright.
door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You know what? What if I
No,
fucking
we're
did?
not. Oh.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
No, that's
I
boring.
understand. We're going to
But
walk.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did he?
No.
No,
No.
he didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Warning. What does it say? Do not jump. Can we jump from the cargo while it's in motion? Can you just walk off?
We can. You want to?
Does it block you? I want to try.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley.
Oh.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thank you.
All
Oh
his
man.
co-workers
Okay.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Where
a
would you
memo.
like to go now?
Right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
There.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Absolutely.
Wow. Yes, this room, But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, skip the door.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
So are
incredible
we
it
following
wasn't
this
5 years ago.
trolley thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not
No,
sure
we
you
haven't.
Really, I'm not.
Yes,
I
you are.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been
I don't trust
neglecting,
you.
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
Your
stop
mum.
trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for
No.
me. I'm asking for her.
For her?
Who's
This
her?
is it, Stanley. Your chance to
Actually, I hope you're playing into the joke because Doom is not actually dead.
to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
No, please,
What?
he's not actually dead, Ashley.
You lied to me.
Oh, who's in here?
Oh, what's that? Is there someone in there?
I don't think so.
That door can't be opened.
No. Yeah, Ashley, he's completely
damn.
fine. He's just busy working on other on comics and stuff for you guys.
He abandoned us.
He'll be here Thursday. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm sorry if you actually thought that. I thought I
Oh, no.
established at the bit. I'm
Hey.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I
You
would not
monster.
announce it like that. I absolutely would not announce that at the start of watching
Just
fucking
mention
or
it
playing
casually
Stanley
on
Parable.
stream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the
Oh.
way, Doom's dead.
That's her, Stanley.
Oh,
You need to be the
Don't
one
answer
to
it.
do this.
Don't answer it.
Reach out
let
to
it
her.
ring.
If you
Okay.
can
Don't answer
truly
it.
place your faith in another, then pick
I
up the
cannot.
phone.
I will not. I refuse. I don't trust you and I don't trust her.
Okay, well,
You're lying to me.
I think it's going to keep ringing unless we stop it.
We sure?
It's up to you.
Can we unplug it?
Let's try.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope.
Ashley, please, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to actually make you think he was dead.
Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed
Yes,
to be
I
a
did.
choice. How did you do that? You actually
I'm smart.
chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's
You've been
technically
so rebellious, you've
okay.
broken it now.
Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken
Good.
to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Ooh,
Music comes in,
what does that mean?
fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were
Brain.
supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making.
Yep.
Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk.
No
on my
severity.
watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you
No.
properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Yeah, Ashley, I think we do have a joke to tell Doom now. I'm sorry if I made anyone actually
It's
think.
the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example,
Honestly, making us
in
watch an
this scenario,
educational
a
video.
hypothetical
Yeah,
real
yeah, I'm
person
getting a
named
snack.
Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could
We
spend
were taught
years
to
of
meatballs.
hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember,
Forgetting how to
unlike
read.
here, the real world makes sense.
Do
And
that
at no
one.
time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What's a back-second crank?
Excellent.
It's a wax.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
Ew.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8
Have the middle
choices
one.
per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
Yep.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Rebellious again.
Welcome back.
Oh,
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly
you've broken it with your rebelliousness.
decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just
Danger
a few
everywhere.
minutes ago and see what the correct thing
Let me answer the phone now.
This way, please.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, wait. We can't answer it now.
Yeah.
We're not-
Obviously, yeah. Oh, he's
Oh.
yeah. He's made it so we can't jump.
Is he moving it? Oh.
No,
Oh,
no.
no.
Choices are meaningful. We can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
That means we could have gone down
No.
there.
Dying senselessly halfway through.
I
the
wanted to go
story.
down there.
That story would make no sense at all. We
Aw,
just need to get you
man.
home as soon as
Okay.
possible
Oh.
That'll be the
before
next
narrative
one.
Oh, we are going down here.
gets any worse.
No,
Unfortunately,
no, we're
it
not.
seems this
Well, we can do that
place
next if you
isn't
want.
equipped to deal with reality.
Yeah, next time we're going to go on that platform.
Absolutely.
I thought maybe that door would have led to it, but it didn't. Ooh.
On the only direction he's letting me go so far. We're going back to the left and right choice. He's going to ask us to make it again.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending.
Okay.
The story will have resolution once
No,
again.
I
and
won't.
You'll be home free in the real world.
No. Never.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Mm-hmm.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
You got it.
I'm sure you'll be up to
No.
the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
No.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Right.
No!
Thank you.
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not
No.
too late.
Okay.
Go back in the right door. Back in the right door.
Okay.
See what happens.
No, that's it.
Can we not go further?
No, that's it. That's as far as
Dang.
we go. So I think we gotta go back the other way.
So sad.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work.
Yeah, I think it's
Why?
broken.
For what?
Yeah.
What did you get out of that?
Good.
What did you think was so
Joy.
special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I
Okay.
supposed to do?
Good.
Even if there were a way to continue. with
Narrator
the
sounds like
work,
narrator from
now
Peppa
that my
Pig.
story
A little
is now
bit.
incorrect, how can I go back to that?
Guys.
I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility
Good.
forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I
Oh,
do?
fuck.
What do I...
Ooh.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game
Ooh.
down. I have to.
No, don't. Do it. Go through the door.
Oh,
Oh.
Christ. Ruh-roh.
Oops. Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
James, what did you do?
I'm here.
What did I do?
Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are.
Yeah.
My entire game is destroyed.
What is this,
The
Sweden?
only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
What they get for being neutral.
See? You just had to see. Didn't
Isn't that
impress upon you
Switzerland?
How important it was to be like
I don't know.
Stanley. He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you. You're a child.
No.
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 My
I'm not.
story. If you'd just gone through the
Practice.
door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make behave exactly as Stanley would.
What?
That means choosing responsibly and always
Oh.
putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
Okay. It might just be a loop.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well.
Right.
Okay.
If it does the same again, we'll just...
Yeah. Oh, it's taken a while.
It's not saying anything.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly,
Oh.
hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
All right, let's try the left this time. I think it might be in a loop
Yeah.
otherwise.
Quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is it gonna still be fucked up? Oh no.
There was not a
Oh,
single
it's
person
not.
here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I want to go downstairs. Oh, there's no downstairs. I could have sworn there was.
Office.
Huh.
Maybe because we've reset.
Maybe.
Oh.
Huh.
A different office. That's the
Yeah.
office from the
Green
demo.
now.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief
Ew.
who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his
Hello,
questions,
Detective Inky.
and beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night
Can
Shark
that phone be answered?
115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it
Nope.
still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
And the most expensive
Drew a
boss.
sharp breath, and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115.
Yo mama.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
Yeah,
He spoke
fucking
this
trying.
into the receiver, right there on the wall.
What if we didn't say anything? Or like said something different? What if he flips out?
Butthole.
I'm
Big
sorry, is there a problem?
Butthole.
You didn't mishear me. Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Big butthole.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take
I can't say
story
shit.
seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there.
Did.
Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something
We
to me.
did.
Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Oh,
We did. Ooh.
He entered the door on his
we're now God. How do I smite him?
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door.
The end.
Are you listening to me?
Oh.
Is everything all right?
Stanley, this is
Ooh,
important.
that's cool.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that
Oh.
step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it.
Oh,
So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide.
oh.
Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Poor
Kinda
narrator.
bad.
His poor story.
Not bad enough. I don't care that much about him.
Okay.
It was a
So you said you wanted to jump off the platform?
fleeting feeling of guilt.
Perhaps he had
Yeah.
missed a memo.
Alright, let's give it a go.
And there's also the door on the left at some point,
Stanley came
and
to
Yes,
the
yes, there
escape
is.
This
route.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps
But we'll
he
try
wanted
the
to stop
platform
by the employee
first.
lounge first,
Okie dokie.
just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions.
I'll
it's
try that
incredible he
open door on
wasn't
the
5
left
years
next
ago.
time.
Yes, absolutely.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've
Did you get the
gotten
broom
off.
closet ending? No, not yet.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that
No,
investing
we
your
have
trust
to.
in
Isn't there
someone
someone
else can
trapped
be
in there?
difficult, but the fact
It said it
is
on the
the
board.
story has been about nothing but you.
Okay, I gotta wait till it's over this bit.
Someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Parkour.
Yeah.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Danger.
Are you that
Danger
convinced
everywhere.
it's
Zero
bad to happen to
consideration
you?
for
Why,
you.
I don't know how to
Also,
convince
hello,
you,
Austin T.
but I really do want to help you,
Yeah.
to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me
No.
a chance. Now
Ooh,
listen
okay,
carefully,
Matrix.
this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue, 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 blue.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue, 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 blue. It kind of reminds me of Amanda the
I
Adventurer.
still don't think we're
Oh.
communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay. What if we walked out of that blue door behind us? Go there.
Blue, blue.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the
Yeah.
end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let
Yeah.
me stop you.
Oh.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically
Have you
for
played
you?
Amanda the
You think
Adventurer?
put a lot of time into
Is that the Door to
In the
Explorer
end, it was
thingy?
all for nothing, because this is what you
Yeah,
wanted to
kinda.
see.
I've
It was
seen
scary.
clips of it, yeah.
Help elucidate these strange and
Might be fun to
unknowable
play on
desires
stream.
of yours. What would have made this game
Maybe, yeah.
better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
Okie
There
dokie.
we go. A third option. This
Ooh.
already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
We tried the
Go
third
ahead,
door?
Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your
One.
experience with this new version. Would you say that the
One.
game benefits
You hated
from
it?
allowing you more choices? Feel
I want
free
to see
be
how he
honest. I'm
reacts.
looking for some real critical feedback here.
Okay.
A 1?
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah,
Guess it
fuck
isn't my
you.
place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. To be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a
One.
look.
Oh,
Ugh.
the world leaderboard.
World leaderboard.
Good old Neil.
2 seconds.
Skid. Mussolini, Hitler, a dead offline rat. Oh, Guido's worst air. Oh, well, what door would you like to go through? I don't think it matters.
One on the right, but not the third one.
This one?
Middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, would you say
Ooh.
that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest
1.
answers, please.
Okay.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and
Ooh.
now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You
Yeah.
wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Anything you want.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very
Aha.
meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world
Post it.
will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep
Alright,
notes on
chat.
your
Let's lock in for 4 hours.
Toast it. Toast it. Let it toast.
Okay. Hello, potato chip.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter,
Purely
I
to
don't know
spite
what to
you.
do. I'm completely out of ideas.
Well, let me just turn up this volume actually a tiny bit. Also, there is an end. I'm not sure if it's an ending, but there is like a thing if you do actually do that for 4 hours.
I can't think of a
Like you
single
actually
Really?
complete the game, yeah.
I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to
Ooh.
ease the pain.
Okay.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes.
Potato chip, yes, the baby's on fire. Peak stream already. We're in Firewatch.
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our
I
motivation?
love Firewatch. You ever play that?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to
I
play as a
haven't.
creepy man.
It's
spying
very,
on
very
innocent
good.
civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Down a tiny bit again. Sorry, just adjusting on the fly here.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the
It's actually like a very good story game about
so far,
a man working in the Firewatch Tower for the summer,
and it seems there's
and
even
he
more. Let's venture outward and see
gets a
what else is out
connection
there.
with a woman in another tower that he talks to on the walkie-talkie. That's her tower over there. It's a very good game. We played it on stream actually. You guys, if you guys would like to see some Firewatch stuff, check out our streams in the live tab. Me and Doom played it.
No, it can't be.
Ooh.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What?
Oh,
Way!
thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now.
Let me out!
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Let me
Preferably
out!
Something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the
Let
thing.
me out! We're in Rocket League.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
There were different games in the original version of this. It was
There are lots of cars
oh, it was Minecraft and Portal in the original.
There's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Ah! Okay, blue or orange goal. Where are we aiming?
Blue.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience.
Yes.
I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
And loves his balls. Yes. More fun if you're the ball. Oh, went down a hole. Oh shit.
What are you doing?
Well, down the hole we go.
Please.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come.
Where are we going? Oh shit, we fell again. Nightmare, hi. How's it going? Oh, fuck. I think this is the original fucking Gary's Mod version of the game.
Ooh.
You know what Gary's Mod is, yes?
No.
It's a Half-Life 2 mod that turned to its own game that we could make your own shit in it, and then Stanley Parable was a level someone made for Gary's Mod, and then this is like using the assets from that game.
Ooh.
This is his office from the original game, the original thing. What the frick is this XP thing? Oh Jesus! Oh yeah, there's like a.
Found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps
Damn.
he's gotten it down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy.
Doing fine. How are you? I'm doing good, Nightmare.
The heavy cost
Here with Iz.
with it. He'll understand soon what I was
Hello.
trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes,
You should
that's
stream
exactly
Fears
what I
to
mean.
Father.
Once this
Is that what it
ends,
says?
after it all comes to a
Oh,
close, then
Fears
after
to
that,
Fathom.
the end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
And that was that ending.
All of his co-workers
We should try
were gone.
taking
What could it mean?
the door on the
Stanley
left
decided
once
to
you
go
go
to the
through the
meeting.
right
Perhaps he had
entrance.
simply missed a memo.
Okay. That's what you'd like to try.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
By the window.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Austin, this is his first time playing, so we'll keep spoilers to a minimum.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
How's
first
everyone's
open
day?
door on his
I'm
way.
doing good, Nightmare. This door? Yes?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
So that brings us back to the original story. Or what do you think?
Rebel.
And we go. I don't think he even knows about this elevator.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Right.
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Oh, that's what I said.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
It must be the store
What
next.
was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
It's one of my favorite endings, says Austin. Yeah, this is a good one.
Let's see, we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Ah.
No, no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Ah!
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time,
You got it, baby.
suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
No promises. Burn the place down. Says Ashley.
All of his co-workers were gone. What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, let's see what's going on over here.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or...
Did you guys do anything?
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Finished it with my brain.
Here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Where would you like to go?
Find the story.
We'll do like 1 to 6 going clockwise.
What's the door behind the chairs?
I think you can get through this direction to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But technically we've gone through it, so let's go this way. Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself. Oh, where are we? Okay.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
I think all these doors lead back to each other.
Never progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than
We're in the back rooms.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay.
All of his co-workers.
Let's see if it's fixed this time.
What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Oh.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Suppose so. Wouldn't hurt.
Aha! I
Ooh.
knew we'd missed something.
This is new.
The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay.
How many
let's
right turns are we doing in a row?
Steps.
Okay. No. Yeah, we're gonna die.
Now this. Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Oh, well, the door's
You know
gone.
what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay, I win!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So
We did it, chat.
Yay! We win.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Fuck you, I did.
Fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
So rude.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Readjusting my back pillow. Oh.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Okay.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
It's bringing us a new direction. Do you want to follow the line?
I'm kind of curious to see where.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
You got it, buddy.
Ooh,
Here's a thought. Wouldn't
I'm
it
really
be well to
curious
end up
about the other.
destination, even if there's no story there?
We can
Or
try.
to put it another
Ooh,
way, is the story of no destination
yeah, let's do this.
still a story?
I think there's.
Simply
I
by the
think
act of
it's.
moving forward, are we
Go for
employing
it.
a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being
Oh.
via
Ooh.
the very manifestation
Okay, that's
of the
what that
nature of
other
life
area
itself?
was.
Okay,
Okay.
Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective
Well, the line's
experience
getting
of
wavy
that
now.
existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of
Adventure
your
line?
subjective experience of this office, is
Oh
this
my
office
God.
in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music.
Hey, it's a payday mask. Fuck yeah. How does that work?
Ooh, I don't like that.
Alright, just went through an impossible hallway there.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Oh,
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
You got it,
Make
boss
sure
man.
You study it closely
fire.
and remember it carefully.
Are we
You won't
Dorothy,
want to
says
miss
Ashley. That's a sexy fern, I gotta say. You were right for making me look. Alright. Got on the wank bank, let's go.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, no, no. Line.
Adventure
You know
line.
We're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no,
No.
not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you.
Oh, god damn it.
Everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
What? No.
You know what,
So
Stanley?
rude.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it
Okay.
ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we make up our own story?
Yeah.
Exciting, daring, mysterious.
Yeah!
This all sounds
You're really
perfectly doable.
smart.
Why don't we simply start
Make our own
wandering-
adventure line. With blackjack and hookers.
It's not the adventure line.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Okay, how many right turns are we gonna
Your
make?
imagination, whatever it might be, Stanley.
Uh,
Oh, here we go.
I'm for it. Oh no, not you again, Stanley. I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I got jealous and wanted to come back. Now he's off in a huff. Oh.
A choice. We get to make a decision.
Nice.
Here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to...
We'll have femboys in our adventure line. We can have anything we want in our adventure line. Okay.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley,
Left.
our destiny awaits.
Left.
I don't think it lets us go
Left.
left.
Oh.
Oh, they both led here anyway.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me...
So we're here. Find the confusion ending. Narrator forgets about previous restart.
And we're supposed to restart the game
Unable to go
8
anywhere.
times?
Find the line again.
That's really how all this goes? It's all...
There's no longer an office, simply backspace.
So now, according to the schedule, I
Find a
restart
bookstore.
again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even
Maybe.
know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Be a nightmare. Oh, we got forced out. Alright, well...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright. This is new.
Let's do the escape. Ooh. Okay.
What's over here? What the fuck?
Ooh. Like a waiting room.
Oh.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Yeah, we can do the escape if you like.
On the left. Yeah, let's do the escape.
What was the boss's code or number?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
It's like
to his
4,
boss's
5
office, hoping he
something.
might find an answer there.
4825 maybe?
4852? 4825?
Stanley stepped into
4852?
the broom closet, but there was nothing
Something. It
here,
has those
so he
numbers
turned
in.
around and got back on track.
I don't think we did. I think we stood in here for a while. Oh, a wrench.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I'm doing my squats. Here, what, yeah, what, yeah, what, yeah.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing
So what?
around doing nothing?
Yes.
Really? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Ah, I see your confusion. Here you go, wrench. I hope that clears that up.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said
Wrench.
Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have
But
thought to
a
mention it.
wrench.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own
Wrench.
branching path. Maybe when
Baby
you
wrench.
talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
You're organizing, Ashley. What are you organizing?
Stanley was fat and
I hope
ugly
it's a
and
coup.
really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug
That's
money.
rude.
Oh,
Also, Stanley's
nepotism.
addicted to drugs and hookers.
Slander.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They've fallen prey to any number of your
Real
countless
me in
human
this weather.
physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
All right.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee.
Yeah, I'm second player. Okay, let's go from back here. Ooh, look, a broom closet.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
And then it really is just he doesn't respond until you leave again. This is a fun detour you can do.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
See if it's
Stepping into his manager's
4825,
office,
maybe?
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
Ooh.
Stanley wondered aloud.
4,
to
5,
nobody.
5,
He
5.
began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings,
Not sure there's an
desperate
8.
for clues to his
I thought there
situation.
was.
But his attention was
4,
caught by the
5,
keypad behind the boss's
2,
desk.
5.
What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret
That was for the
that lay
4.
buried below his feet. And
4,
so the
5,
boss
2,
had
5.
assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845.
Ah.
What?
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have
Huh.
known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
We're speedrunning now. Get us to the escape.
Escape!
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
I didn't my
Remote Control
fuck.
Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Me.
Ooh, death hole. Whee!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was
Oh.
inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence
The
whatsoever.
deadly neurotoxin.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Ah!
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led
Oh, new
helplessly into
voice.
the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him
Oh.
instantly.
Oh, he's putting the scooper.
It's who?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Ooh, it's a replica of the office.
It's very Severance.
This is called the museum ending. Which one's your favorite sound?
Like 3.
Got the credits. She likes button 5. Ah, we went through that one. Oh, a cut ending. Where there would have been an alien world.
Ooh.
Although this might just be a joke. Narrator emails. These emails have been sent. Oh my god, Doom was typing from the dead in the chat. You better tell him it's canon. Second version is functionally the same, but what's in the final game? Want to look more at the place where cargo would actually stored. Ah, that's what it used to look like, the cargo lift area. Ooh. Options about thinking about how they would have laid out getting to the maintenance area. Very interesting. An ending known as ending, which eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Oh. Trailer for the game. Oh, very interesting. Open up again. I saw that. I saw what you did. There you go. No! Freedom ending. All very interesting things.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Maybe.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I think that's the escape ending. Yeah.
Wow.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need.
That's
If I
new.
can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
New content. Do we dare?
Do we? We do.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
This isn't an ultra deluxe remake of the game. This is secretly a sequel.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Ooh.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Is it gonna move?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right.
Ooh,
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
we can jump,
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
but only in the circle. I wasted my jump by crouching. I thought I could crouch jump.
No.
Will we keep some for later, or we just keep jumping?
Keep them. Wait, what? Do you think you'll get an ending if you use them all now? Use them now. I'm curious.
I'll tell you, there's not an ending difference if you want to use them now.
Oh, well, let's keep them.
Okay, let's keep them for now. Okay. What
Is
else
that
is
it?
there?
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content,
I'm excited.
I just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when
Yeah, apparently.
video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still
Yeah, I
with me,
suppose so.
why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No
Yeah.
frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yeah, fuck all this new shit.
Yeah. We only play the classics.
Oh.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
What the
I want to
office
show
is...
you something.
Okay. Now we're teamed up with them to say fuck you to the developers.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much
Yeah.
better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Yeah.
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Jesus.
Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been
Ooh.
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was?
Ah, the original
on the
Steam
sudden
page.
and cheap re-release. Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
I remember the mind control facility. The BAFTA that they got. Oh, that's not Stanley Parable's BAFTA. They stole that. An actual award, okay. Collector's edition in box. Wow. Ah, the nostalgia. The demo. Ah, one of the original achievements. And another one.
is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was
I don't think that's what they were saying.
Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's
Unlimited
just
bacon,
husk
but no games.
A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
What's down here? Memory zone maintenance. Person of the year, Stanley. Ooh, scripts for Stanley. So much nostalgia.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed
Yeah,
to be
you know
left
what?
alone.
Fuck
To
the
spend
new
the
stuff.
rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Ooh, the maintenance is open.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh, it's all...
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
These are from users.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't.
It's so sad.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
You are.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely.
A lot of water here.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only
My God.
reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is.
They have
Go
it.
ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you,
We do
with
it?
just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud.
We're going to see how far it goes
No
on.
more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and
You're right, there
therefore,
is.
by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all, until the end.
Is, are you alive? Oh. Hello?
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
Hello?
I can hear you now.
Uh,
I can hear
good.
you.
I can hear you.
Okay. Cool. We can hear each other again.
Time,
Will we skip?
Which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was
I
plenty of
passed
time for me
one.
to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary
we can press it again.
flourishes and lengthy
We go again?
ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was
Welcome.
perhaps one. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's
20
the power
minutes
of the
or
button.
15 minutes.
The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and
It's
all
ready
over.
again.
Oh, I can't
Will we go
wait to
again?
see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount
That's
of
been
time
like
the button
45
we've been
minutes.
skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not.
Fuck you.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the
Skip
series are
again.
getting longer, but they're really,
Yep.
truly getting longer. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting
Ready.
here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been.
Well, you need more time. I think you need more time. Hello? Maybe it's been like a year now. Let's see what happens again. What the fuck is going on? The carbon monoxide alarm? Quick, skip ahead till after I die.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a
Oh,
point. It
okay.
was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
It's getting creepy.
The end is never the end, 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 is never.
Something gonna happen soon? How many times we gotta skip? Oh shit! Well, I did ask for something to happen.
God.
Netflix that with blue tack. Well, I mean, I could try.
Yeah,
Ooh. Light outside. Oh, fuck. Is this where the sexy fern comes from? There's a tree out there. I'd like to have a tree. Oh, all the vegetation's dead.
You killed it.
Probably skipping hundreds of thousands of years now at this stage. With the exponential growth that they're in. Oh my god. That was a bad noise.
Zombie apocalypse.
I don't like the noise. Skip. Oh,
Oh.
we can get outside. Does the button work? I think the button said. No! My friend the button. God, all the water's gone. Where's everything? It's all gone. Freedom, says Ashley, but at what cost? Damn. Well, I'll give it to them. That was some new content.
His co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. That sounds interesting.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
If you're talking it's not really coming up.
Oh.
Like I'm hearing staticky bits, but maybe you're just a little bit away from your mic. Oh, we skipped the entire tour.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
It could have been a sequel this whole time.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
The color red being added. Oh my god. These guys are fucking geniuses.
New game.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Okay. Take us to your new ideas. Ooh. To an expo hall.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
What's catching your eye?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I was just saying I need to call my mom really quickly.
You were sorry,
So I
what?
just need to call my mom real quick.
Oh yeah, no problem. We can come back in a minute. Merch. There's a QR code up there. Let me see what that says about. Can it be scanned? Oh, it can. All right, it's a website with its own video. You know what? You know what, chat? Let's see if we can actually bring up that video then. Let me bring this up. Okay, Chrome tab. This is what comes up, chat, when you look up when you scan the QR code from the game. Let me actually just, I'll minimize the game in the background. The Stanley Parable 2 comes up, and then we can go into their video.
Say there, Timmy. What's that you're enjoying? Why, it's breakfast, of course. Everyone loves breakfast. But did you know that breakfast is getting a sequel? That's right. It's called Lunch. And critics are raving that lunch will be everything breakfast was and more. With a little luck, we may even get a trilogy series out of it. Say, you know what a sequel is, don't you, Timmy? Why, sequels are the world's way of clinging helplessly to the past. We all want more of the things we love, and we're all afraid of change, which is what makes sequels so popular. New ideas are dangerous, Timmy, and they can lead to early aging. This eager-minded young thinker is just 29 years old. That's why we have sequels, to keep us couched in the familiar and the comfortable. Sequels are the bedrock of a healthy, functional society. And if you look around you, you'll find them everywhere you go. For instance, this man is developing a sequel to the automobile, which we'll call the vertical automobile. It's a useless, impractical invention. And in 2 days' time, the man will be publicly stoned to death for his crimes against gravity. Not all sequels are heretical nonsense, however. Here's the man who invented breathing, which is the sequel to suffocating and dying a slow death. Even your parents are getting a sequel, Timmy. Their names are Rob and Jessica, and they'll be taking care of you once your original parents are sent back in time to fight a secret war for the government. Sequels can be very fashionable. This young woman is wearing 5 shirts at once, which is the sequel to wearing 4 shirts at once. Look at Becky over there, wearing only 2 shirts at once. Get with the times, Becky. In fact,
fuck you, Becky.
Only one single thing in the world that isn't a sequel. It's this. We don't know what it is or why it exists, but it's the prequel from which all sequels are derived. And just like everything else, the Stanley Parable is getting a sequel too. We all know, of course, that it was your favorite game as a child. Don't you remember those long, lazy afternoons you spent playing the Stanley Parable? Watching your precious youth fritter away hour after hour. We've all wasted our childhoods in one way or another, and you were fortunate enough to get to waste yours on the Stanley Parable. But the Stanley Parable came out years ago, and you're not a child anymore. You're a man, which is like the sequel to a child.
No, I'm not.
And as a man, you want manly things
Play
like
them.
taxes and cheating at baseball. You need a man's video game, Timmy. And that's why the Stanley Parable 2 will be perfect for you. It's as manly as video games can get. And if you don't believe me, let's look at the burly hunk of a man who's responsible for the game. Huh, here he is, hard at work. His name is Gregory 8-Pack, and he's the cutting picture of raw, virile masculinity. Gregory is what we call the ideas guy, and he has the most important role on the team. The ideas guy tirelessly comes up with interesting concepts and then hands them off to the rest of the developers for the relatively simple job of turning those concepts into reality. For example, he's the one who picked up the phone and declared, "Someone ought to make a sequel to the Stanley Parable." Good work, Gregory. Go ahead and take the rest of the day off. With the hard part
I hate people like that. People are like, I'm the idea man. You guys do all the work. It's like, no, you gotta have an actual talent as well.
Sequel in the first place? Well, it's simple. Sequels are an opportunity to correct the mistakes of their predecessors. We've all made mistakes, and we've all caused harm to someone we love in order to cover up our mistakes. When developing this particular sequel, it's important to start by thinking, what mistakes did the original Stanley Parable make? Well, first off, most of the pornography in the original game was stolen or pirated, and it's time we paid the licensing fees fair and square. Second, the Stanley Parable was catastrophic for this man named Leroy, whose personal information, including home address, social security number, and bank information, were all displayed prominently in multiple locations throughout the game. Although Leroy's money and identity were stolen, the fact remains that his personal information was the emotional core of the game and absolutely vital to a nuanced understanding of the story. As reparation for the harm we caused him, the sequel will contain a brief and insincere apology to Leroy, tucked deep within the game where it will be difficult to find. Finally, the Stanley Parable made the mistake of leaking too many government secrets about the nature of the Time Wars. Without these intricate details of specific military tactics, the story is likely to make very little sense, but we've decided to remove them from the sequel in the interest of helping the state's efforts. We'll get to you yet, Time Dracula. Now then, it's time to set about constructing the Stanley Parable 2.
Fuck's sake.
Game development is a difficult and complex
I'm
art,
Dracula.
one which can only be fully understood by this race of hyper-intelligent child soldiers bred in laboratories. They begin by studying.
What's your favorite ending been so far, chat?
Here it is, and it's
we'll wait for Iz to get back.
Form, a specimen of technological perfection. Time to exploit it for profit. We begin by adding jokes. The Stanley Parable was most widely known for its stark lack of humor, bucking all conventional industry wisdom. It was a bold artist statement that its developers stood firmly behind. But in 2022, it's impossible to reach even a single consumer of video games without jokes of some kind. So very well, jokes it'll be. During its development, over 500 kiloliters of comedy will be funneled directly into the core of the Stanley Parable 2, creating jobs for hundreds of machine operators and producing 30,000 tons of pollutant chemical byproduct, which will be pumped directly into local lakes.
I like them all, Ashley. Yeah, I enjoy them.
All over the country. Another common complaint of the Stanley Parable is that there wasn't enough gameplay. And so for the sequel, its developers have gone to great lengths to fix this problem. Here we can see gameplay being printed onto sheets. Every video game contains as many as 1,000 sheets of gameplay, and several of the largest games ever made contain close to 1,500. On mobile devices, the gameplay sheets have to be printed smaller. For the Stanley Parable 2, as many as 35 new gameplay sheets are being printed, each of which must be delicately massaged by the hands of a child before being added into the game. This man is stealing gameplay sheets from the factory, which he likely intends to use for a personal project he's been developing in his spare time. A good public stoning will...
This one is very hilarious.
Let's check on Gregory real quick. Ha! Still recovering from a hard day's work. Don't you move a muscle. Next up, it's time to blackmail the press. In a competitive market, blackmailing your local journalist can be one of the most effective methods of creating word-of-mouth buzz for your sequel. In fact, blackmail is the currency of social progress. From your neighborhood grocer to the teacher at your school to the man who helps you steal HBO, everyone responds to blackmail. And if you've never done it before, it's easy to practice at home on your friends and family. Simply follow the instructional pamphlet that your teacher hands out after the end of the film.
Ooh,
and finally, there's one last tool
I'll get that in a second, yeah.
for making the sequel feel fresh and exciting, and that's packaging the game with collector's edition merchandise. If you order the Stanley Parable 2, you'll receive this cow's egg. A single egg will produce over 1,000 cows, which are, of course, the sequel to pigs. And there you have it. Everything there is to know about producing the Stanley Parable 2. Of course, you may know that there is also a game titled The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So which game is the true sequel to the Stanley Parable? It's an excellent question, Billy. One which the child soldiers have been working round the clock to come up with an answer to. And after many weeks of diligent research, the conclusion they've reached is, who gives a shit? All that matters is that it's more content for you to cram down your insatiable gullet. You don't want thoughtful and nuanced answers to complex questions, Billy. You just want to eat bubble gum and cheat at hopscotch. So get out there and consume. Do your civic duty and bully your parents into buying you every version of the Stanley Parable 2 on every platform. Tell your friends to bully their parents as well. It's through community efforts like these that the world comes together in harmony and connection. And it's only through this connection that we'll defeat Time Dracula once and for all. Don't let the time-traveling vampires win. Buy the Stanley Parable 2 and pledge to support all sequels.
I will.
Today, tomorrow,
I fucking will.
and the great unknowable beyond.
Hooray! Oh, Billy died at the age of 3. That was the Stanley Parable 2 intro video. I think what we'll do is because Iz has to, I just got a message that she has to actually hop off until next time. That seems like a good place to wrap up about 2 hours in, and we'll get to this Stanley Parable 2 content in the next video. We'll see when that is. It might be this week, it might be next week. But at the latest, it'll probably be next Tuesday. But anyway, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more of this, let us know in the comments and stuff. Comic dubs every Monday, Wednesday, Friday here, and every weekend over on Game Fans Unlimited for some video game related comic dubs. Some other things for y'all. If you go to Hazfans Unlimited Gaming, which is another channel, we have 3. That is our factual video game content channel, where we do 50 facts videos and stuff like that. We just released 50 fact videos on the Nintendo Switch as a recap, just before the Nintendo Switch 2 came out. And speaking of which, I actually have mine here. I don't want to... I got my own very recently. I've been loving it so far. It's very nice, it's very big. We'll definitely get some good games and streams out of this very, very soon. I'm really waiting for Donkey Kong Bonanza. That's going to be a really good one. And yeah, I suppose that's it. You can find me anywhere. There is social medias under the same name of James Nolan Films. You can support us on Patreon or YouTube memberships, where you get early access to our videos when available, which we've been doing a lot more now lately, especially on the Patreon. We've and other things we're doing. We're planning on adding more stuff exclusively to the Patreon. If you'd like to check that out. Yeah, I suppose that's it. Links to all our other channels and our socials and our Discord, that's 18+, but come hang out with us over there. All linked in the description. Go check those out. I suppose that's it, and I'll see you all next time. Doom should be back on Thursday for Doomsday. Pretty sure we can drag him out of hell. We'll see you all next time, and thanks for joining. Goodbye.